Hello everyone, it's SystemCollapse, and this is Continuum. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty good one myself. We're gonna back this pretty cool pack here. Kind of just hammer out, man. Just get her done, do the stuff and things, and yeah, in between episodes. I have been doing a lot. I worked on my base a bit, just kind of getting the shape that I want. I'm gonna probably throw a roof on here. In between episodes, probably this episode, the next one. Why do I have a torch here, man? Get rid of that. I did move some of my machines around, so I got a whole bunch of Tech Reborn ones over there. Move the industrial blast furnace over here. I've been working on some titanium. I also made some machine frames, so I already got well, I don't have the quest done, actually. Probably as soon as I do that. Gonna grab that. Is that gonna give me a quest? Yeah, there we go. I made 5 of these puppies, and they're really expensive. So they take 4 titanium, they take intricate circuit boards, they take these data control circuits and hardened casings. The hardened casings just a little bit of diamond. Where it gets really expensive is at here. It's these data storage. It actually takes 12 emeralds and 1 iridium. So iridium is very rare when you're mining as it is, and then some of the advanced circuits. And yeah, really expensive. I can't really just pump these out the way I would like to. I was kind of hoping I would, because those are expensive indeed. And I'm not even sure. I just kind of made 5. I'm just going to figure out what we're going to do with them as we go through today. I set up a couple more carpenters just so we have kind of preset recipes good to go, which is pretty cool. And what else did I do here? I kind of had to sort out a way to get emeralds a little quicker. So down here I added a cloche with a compacting drawer, just getting melons. And down here is just a shipping bin. I can just kind of go here and just trade for them all willy-nilly. The reason I'm using melons, I got to get to the right one. The reason I got to get use melons though is because when they grow, they actually grow into the full melon block. And when that's put through a compacting drawer, you actually get 9 per kind of cycle. So it's actually the fastest way of doing it. But that's one of the ways I've been getting emeralds. Just kind of get that going, hammer it out. Also did one more kind of big thing, and we're going to go take a look at that. Down here, we got a long hallway, and at the end of this, we've got ourselves a mob farm. Didn't think I really needed to put this into the video, because it's pretty straightforward how you do it in pretty much every pack. The only thing that really changes is the sorting. I did add a little window up here. It's kind of got all the mobs in there. They're dancing around. Just so I could see if things are getting stuck. Added these here. That's a lamp controller on lamps. So if you go to, I guess, lamp here. Go to lamp. Right here. They're actually not that bad at all. So they're pretty much the standard recipe, I think. Slightly changed. Maybe I think even the black quartz is normal. Yeah, everything looks normal. But you take the lamp controller. If you look behind this puppy, there's actually a little red dot. Connect them all to the red dot. And that probably ended up at here, didn't it? I have my little sorting system here. Oh yeah, it was down there. Grab that, because I actually have a range controller kind of picking that stuff up. But once you have that and have like a big line of it, you can run it all around, and they just kind of turn all on and off as one. So in here I have some of this is dark glass. Again, not a big deal. Dark glass from Extra Utilities. I made some of that. Just gonna make some thicken, so sandy. Smelt that down, get your thicken, combine that black dye. And it's glass that you can see through, but the mobs can't. So it's pretty cool. It doesn't let light in either, so that's a bonus. I have 2 spikes there. I have 1 diamond spike on the floor and 1 on the wall. The one on the floor is just to kill the little baby zombies. Of course, I've got my restored spawner. I kind of have that in the right place too, so I can kind of come over here and actually turn it on and off, which is what I think it was there. Just so when I need to work on it, I can go do that. So working out pretty cool. Of course, we got a drawer. We got a drawer controller right here, kind of setting up the whole system. Down here is where all the magic happens. This is a range collector. So let's go here, collector, grab that puppy. You can see here, it's actually pretty cheap, not a big deal, but it'll pick up things from I don't even know the number of blocks away. Doesn't matter. Everything's dying right above it. It grabs it all. I went ahead and made these item translocators, and there's a quest for these later on, but there's nothing stopping us from making them. Oh, what am I doing? Just translocator, man. There we go. Where are they at? They're here somewhere. Staring at me. Down here. So yeah, all they really take are the transfer pipe. So I had to make a recipe of that. So it's just redstone, conveyor belt, piece of silicon. And yeah, these things are pretty cool though, because they move items really quickly, right? So I can kind of do that. I could change which way it goes. You can make it go either way. Just kind of change the setting on that one. And they move items quickly. It's really the only reason I wanted it. Over here I have an item interface, and that's going into a little sorting system here, which I'm pretty much doing the sorting just on priority. So, oops, I do not want that. Give me that. Oh, got eaten by the machine. Doesn't really matter. But goes in here. So this is priority 5. So first thing it tries to do is when it pulls items out using the item laser, put into the priority 5 because it's the highest priority, which is the drawer, of course. The next, it tries to put it into the trash bin, and in there are the only things I really have filtered so far are bows and arrows, but I'm going to change that. I just haven't yet. And up here, I just have some modular storage. And the modular storage is basically just catching everything else, and I actually have 2 of those. And yeah, as I kind of figure out exactly what I need to void off and what I don't, I'll just kind of get to that. Most of it's going to be armored stuff. Like chainmail, I don't think I ever need that. Getting these trophies, I think these are actually quests. If I grab that, grab this, I think we are actually get 2 quests done. Yeah, we will. They're actually the end game quest here, but that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll just throw them back in here for now. Maybe I'll set them up in a place later on as we get more and more. Don't know if I'm ever going to complete that quest line. Really, doesn't really matter. Also notice too, I'm getting a lot of this here, the gunpowder, and we may set this up. I don't know. Depends on if we need a little kind of tiny bit more power. But a generator we could do really easy. And probably get about, I'm guessing in between like 300 to 400 kind of almost free RF is right here, the explosive generators. That would be really easy to do and just give us a little extra power. We could also get power out of the food, I guess, with culinary gens. Later on in the pack, we'll be doing that, and blaze rods would be easy power as well. I was just thinking of ways to kind of milk power, because power is kind of the problem in this pack. I also threw some villagers in here. So in here, I get in my bag, have a golden lasso. So I just use that to kind of pick up the villagers and get them all moved in here. And that just takes a couple nuggets, some string, a couple levels. And I had them in here just so I could do more trades. So I was going for more emeralds. I'm just trying to get emeralds pretty much every way we can. Because right now, I don't really have a way to automate them. I mean, we could smelt down villagers in a tinker smelter. That is one way you could do it. But we need like a mob duplicator or something like that before we can get to that. And what was the other way? There was another way I saw to get emeralds. I'm just trying to think. Oh, the excavator. But that's 4,000 RF a tick to run. You don't have to move it at full speed. But an excavator on a coal vein will get you diamonds and emeralds. It's just, I don't have the power for that yet. So that is definitely something. You also see in my inventory here, I made this as the Void Ore Miner Controller. And that's probably the first thing we're going to start with today. I just went ahead and kind of did it because this thing is just all stuff we already did. And it would have taken me a while to craft it. And yeah, we're going to get to the rest here in a couple minutes. And that is definitely a thing. And the first thing I think we're going to get to today, just like I said, is going to be the, where is it here? Thermal Forgoing. No. Industrial Rebirth. And we're going to get into the Void Miner. We're actually going to jump that straight to the tier 2. But I need to be able to craft all these materials first before I actually go ahead and make the tier 2 controller. And the tier 2 controller, I think, takes 32 structure tier 1s and only 16 of the structure panels. So we're going to end up with a little overlap there. I think we need some null modifiers as well. And I think everything else is fine with the recipe. So just more of these and less of those actually for the tier 2, which is a little odd. And the reason I'm jumping to the tier 2 right away, if you kind of go here and go to use, you'll see right there, the tier 1 only produces coal, iron, copper, tin, aluminum, and apatite. That's all that's on the loot list. So yeah, not that great. But I guess this one here, the tier 2, goes ahead and gives us gold, which is one of the things I'm always running out of or running low on. And I'm also short on bauxite. So I need an automated way to get bauxite, so that's going to be definitely something we need. I need to get it to tier 3 before too long as well, because we also going to need ruby to get to chrome. I do have some rubies and all that jazz, but to get it in an automated way, I'm going to have to go ahead and upgrade this tier 3. But the tier 3, I can't remember. Tier 2, tier 3. Actually, it takes some chrome to get. We're going to have to get some chrome made to do that. Plus, to get to the tier 3. So, let's look at the blocks for this thing. Let's go to, actually, let's go to tier 1, I guess. Kind of show that. This right here, this block, one of these, and I need 32 of these today. Takes 8 iron each. So, it takes 4 of the refined, and it takes these interconnects, which take 4 iron themselves. So, they're expensive by themselves. So, each one of those is 8. Then you need to take them up to tier 2, right? Once you take them to tier 2, you need more of these connectors. So, that equates to about 3 more iron. They're going to need basalt, which I already have, but that's not a big deal. Then blocks of aluminum brass. So it just gets really expensive really quick, because I mean, aluminum brass, I mean, it's aluminum and copper, but it's not something we have tons of. Aluminum's at a weird mining level in this pack. It's just probably aluminum in general. But where was it? Aluminum. We're getting it, thankfully, as a byproduct now, as here we go. What is that? Yeah, 4872. Byproduct from processing the bauxite, but until we get that, it's kind of, we're fighting for it, man. Those are aluminum numbers. Yeah, we're only at 180. And that's going to burn through that really quickly to get up to tier 3. Because you're going to multiply that by 50. And you need a block, right? So 9 times 50, that's 450 aluminum right there. And that's with me mining probably about 10 hours in this pack. But anyway, another thing we need for the tier 1s is going to be the concrete. So we need to make black concrete for the tier 1s. And I figure we'll automate that first. I guess semi-automate it. It's going to be a little manual, but at the same time, a big deal. We don't have a proper block breaker yet. And we don't have access to one. We have, which one here? There's the actually additions one. Yeah, it's that one right there. And it needs these sapphire plates and also needs these. So it needs titanium, it needs chrome. It's really expensive, man. We'll get there when we get there. Anyway, let's grab a dispenser as well. Thankfully, we can automate it really easy, so it's not that big a deal. Let's go ahead and grab that. Sweet. And I guess that puppy right there. And I guess from that point, we just need a couple redstone, probably about 3. I have a bucket of water. That's fantastic. And we'll need some to make some, what is it called? Black concrete powder. Black concrete. Why am I, what is that? What is that? Black wool. Okay. Just curious. Anyway. What? Stop that. Sometimes you're supposed to tab out of this, right? Like, get out of that and get over here. And sometimes it just doesn't want to go. I swear. It's a fight with this machine, this particular inventory system. Black concrete. And pow. There we go. And I was just going to make a bunch of this because we're going to need a band. So we'll just do like, I guess 3 stacks to start. And then the tier 2s, we're going to get all of our basalt, which is actually down in the mine. And that should be a good start. So let's go ahead and automate this. We could do this with the immersive mixer, but I don't see the point. Unless we need the mixer for something else, I'm not going to be doing the mixer. Really, like I said, no point to do that at all whatsoever. It's not really a necessary machine. So yeah, not gonna be doing it unless later on it goes, you need to do this recipe here. It is in the quest line. I was looking at the immersive quest line. It really doesn't make much sense, and maybe we'll go over that a little bit. There's just stuff there that doesn't need to be there. Like the diesel generator. Diesel generator in this pack is actually nerfed. It only actually produces 1,000 RF as opposed to 4,000, which makes it useless. Like virtually, like totally useless. Because the creation of oil itself, so you use a fermenter, a squeezer, and the refinery, takes more power to run. All those machines take around like 15, I think it's about 15 or 16, maybe 1,700 RF, just to produce the oil that you're going to burn through the generator. So totally just, I really don't get it why it's even in the quest line. But there is a different generator there. What was it? What is that one? Let's go to, I guess, what is it? Biodiesel? Biodiesel. Go to here. And, oh, it was the compression dynamo. Yes, these here, I'll actually do it. And I'll do it with 500,000 RF. And could actually get a lot of liquids here, get a lot of power. We'll probably do a setup with these at some point. And I was thinking with immersive petroleum is to produce the oil instead using the pump jack. Because that sounds like a better option. Because one of the things you get out of that is gasoline. That's 1.2 million RF per bucket, which is actually pretty decent. And I think you also get, what is it? Is it diesel? I think it's the biodiesel, right? Or is it called fuel? I forget. Immersive petroleum is an add-on. They don't even mention it in the quest line. It's basically what I've tried to say, which I find a little strange. Because it's actually the much better and the only way that it'd be efficient to actually use diesel as a fuel in the pack. Anyway, let's do that. There we go. Oh, that's actually not right. I need to break that for a second. Totally derped it. Gut yapping. Oh, I guess it doesn't need that redstone. Anyway, that out of there for a second. I meant to put the water here. Because basically when you drop concrete powder into water, it immediately turns into black concrete, which is what we want. So we're just going to use a little redstone signal here to kind of automate that. Then I just have to sit here and break them, which is what we're going for. So I should be able to just stand here now. You see this one is actually black concrete. This one's the powder. It'll drop and automatically get turned because it's touching the water source here. And I can just do this. And this will only take a couple minutes here. And I'll have 3 stacks of this stuff. And I can just come over and use this thing wherever I want. I just have to listen to a little bit of clicking. And it'll be done. And okay, converted all the black concrete over. So that's done. I grabbed our basalt down from the mine. And the basalt's a little annoying because it's always touching lava. I haven't found any spots where you just find, you know, good areas of basalt. So it does take a little bit of work to get. But at the same time, as you're mining, you should come across it anyway. Anything else here? I think we got everything. Let's go throw this all in the system, get this all crafted up here, and kind of get this done. Like I said, we're immediately jumping to the tier 2, so we're going to grab that. We'll have the tier 2 void miner. And yeah, then, man, we'll have all the cool stuff and the things. But got a bit of crafting to do first. Hopefully this stuff gets in the system. It's a little laggy. Let's get that out of there. I had to craft that up. And look what we need here. So we need the tier 1 blocks. So let's go ahead and grab those. If you actually look at the tier 1 void miner, you'll see that it only gets, you know, certain resources, right? So there's 2 pages. Gold's not there. Bauxite's not there. None of that jazz. But the tier 2 has that. And that's what we need it for. So the tier 2, it is going to take more RF. I'm assuming about 500 or so. That is tier 3. The tier 2, though, is going to get us the bauxite that we need. And gold, which is one of the main things that were on the list that the tier 1 does not have. So that is pretty cool. And the tier 3, I'm going to have to get to that one as well. I just literally don't have the resources to get to there yet. So when I have the time, or not the time, the resources, I'll actually do it. But anyway, let's go to the tier 1. So the tier 1, what are they called? Structure frame tier 1s. We're going to kind of make this recipe in the machine and make our life a little bit easier. So we need to make these interconnects. So let's go ahead and make that right there. Just store it. And, let's just start off like 4 stacks of those because we're going to go through a ton of them. Maybe a little too many, but at the same time, we're going to need more of them going in the future. Let's go ahead and throw that in there as well. Oh, oops, I meant to store that recipe. And we actually need... It's more than 32, but we need 32. We'll just do the tier 1s and do the structure panels later on. Probably the best way to do it. Guess we can store that recipe as well. Let's do that, store that, and just convert those over, right? There we go. And we will have to get those tier 2, but I have to finish the tier 1 recipe first. Otherwise, it's going to derp out. Let's go to structure. Where is it? Structure panel. These ones right here. It's the next thing we need. So let's get some gold nugs because we need them. We already have the connectors. And there are clear ones too. You can use those. I think they're interchangeable. So yeah, I think we need 20 of these for the tier 1. And then, oddly, only 16 or 18 for the tier 2. It actually takes less for whatever reason. Just the way it works out, but you'll use them later on anyway. So it's not like you're really losing anything. There we go. That should give us everything there. Where's that at? I threw that in the machine for no apparent reason because I'm going to need it in my inventory for the quest. And we need a lens. So let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, let's actually click out of that. Go. Lens, and we just need the clear laser lens. There we go. We can color this later on. I think we need 2 of those, and the cores. There's like lens cores, I believe. Yeah, these laser cores, I guess. And, we're gonna need a couple of those. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. I'm just gonna grab 3, then we're safe. And that should finish the first quest. So we're gonna go here, go to Industrial Rebirth, and I guess claim that quest. So that's pretty cool. We could set that up, but like I said, we're going immediately to the next one. And all we really need, you can see structure panel, only 16, even though we need 20. We need 4 null modifiers, then 32 of these structure tier frames. And we'll get those done here. So this, let's go to use on that. I don't know if we have enough interconnects, but this is where the basalt comes in. And we'll have to switch over all of our aluminum brass. We need 32. I made 35. That's fine. Go to, I guess, use on you again. Let's see how many of these we can make. 32. Okay, cool. Wasn't sure if we had enough interconnects. So that handles that. Then we need to make those modifiers. So modifiers. We'll be able to upgrade these later into speed modifiers or accuracy modifiers. Typically, you only want 1 accuracy modifier and everything else will be speed modifier. But every time you add a speed modifier, it's going to up how much power it consumes. So right now, I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to go with nulls. We need a couple blocks of diamond, which I don't have. There we go. Grab that and some interconnects, I guess. So let's go. Interconnects, it would be what? Ooh, I don't need that. I'll convert that back later. Let's go to, what do we need? We need this recipe here. Totally confused now. Oh, I don't have enough connectors. Look at that, man. These connectors for days. You can see I'm just going through an immense amount of iron here, but what can you do, right? Let's go. I need 16, right? To do enough to do 4 of these, I believe. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be everything. Oh, except for the actual controller. So let's get that switched over. Gonna use on that. I already made these and I already made the plates, which we could just do with the compressor. So nothing big there. That should be the quest. Excellent. So we have everything we need now. Claim that quest as well. And it'll tell you a little bit here. It's going to tell us here that it's 7 by 7 by 5. So we're going to have to go like 5 up in the air. It's the accuracy modifier increases the % chance to get ores based on color lenses and etc. We'll kind of add those as we go. I really just want to get it up and running and kind of getting us resources at this point. And anything else we need here? Probably some placement blocks. Let's grab some stone. I have flux ducts in my bag. And I think I have everything, man. Oh, assembler. We need the actual tool for the mod. Probably a good bet to get that, because it's going to automatically build it for us. And we are going to have to kind of dig down to the bedrock as well, but we'll kind of deal with that when the time comes. I'm just going to put it in a temporary spot right now, because I'm not sure exactly where these are going to end up. I don't know if I'm going to kind of integrate them into the base or put them in their own spot. Haven't really decided, but right now I just want up and running. It's not hard to move around at all, so until it gets really big anyway. 3, 4 up. Actually, we'll go a little more forward, or it's going to end up sitting on that border stone and bothering me. 3, 4. Then we're going to grab the controller, and we're going to just take that puppy and plop it right there. Probably break all these because we don't need them anymore. There we go. And just grab the assembler and just right click on it. It's going to start placing the blocks automatically. Sometimes it will try to place one inside of you. Something to be aware of. I'm trying to get to a point where we can actually get above it. Probably right now. We're in a safe spot. There we go. And it's going to place everything. It looks like it placed everything. Yeah, that's already built. So that's already done. The only thing it really needs now is power. So let's go ahead and get that linked up. Then we have to dig down to bedrock. So I never mentioned in this pack too. The bedrock is actually, flat. It's the nice flat bedrock. I don't know the name. It's probably just called flat bedrock. I know 1.7 I think had a mod called flat bedrock. Don't know if it's still called that. But it has that nice flat bedrock, so you can mine down there really easy. So that's why I have been doing that. Let's do this here, and we will need an inventory of some sort, but we'll wait until that's kind of running before we worry about that. Oh, we can check how much RF this uses by right-clicking on it, right? It's going to use 575, so that's actually quite good considering we're producing... I added a few more coal generators. I think we're producing 940 right now. Not coal generators, sorry. What are those generators called? The ones that we're using that do the stuff and the things. The canola generators? Okay, and we just need to get under the laser. And yeah, I need to dig. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dig straight down here. I'm going to have to go make some ladders, and I'm going to dig down the bedrock. And once I'm done that, I'll come back and we'll kind of move forward. There you go. I went all the way down the bedrock. We got this beam of light coming out of the bottom of the void miner. So it's good to go. It's ready to, you know, do its thing. That's kind of the cue to say, hey, give me an inventory, man. So yeah, I got an inventory here. It's already going. It's already producing its ore. We got lead. We got some coal. We got some copper, bauxite. We just had another iron come in. Seems to be about every 10 or 12 seconds we get an ore. So not majorly fast, but at the same time, it'll kind of build up over time. May add some drawers there at some point and kind of make that a little better. But right now, what I'm going to do, the power this thing's using is 575. So that's more than enough to kind of add the accuracy modifier. I think that's only going to add about 50 RF. So we're going to go ahead and make that and upgrade one of these lenses. So we've got the clear lens here. I'm going to turn that one to white because I actually want to focus it to bauxite. And if we go to bauxite here, you will see, yeah, it's going to jump it up to 21%, which is pretty cool. And something I kind of need here. I just need to get more titanium. I just can't keep up with it. It's part of the problem is bauxite, the Y level it's at. Y level 48 to 72. So I don't even mine at that Y level. I think I'll mine at about Y40. It's where I've been mining to get like copper, aluminum, stuff like that, right? Aluminum isn't a problem anymore because, well, bauxite as it gets processed, I just get the aluminum anyway. And if we kind of focus on that, it'll be just free. Tin, I think, is around that Y level as well. Like a lot of the ores, I've been kind of picking my Y levels depending on the my mining areas depending on the Y levels. So kind of how I've been doing it. Did I not grab the modifier? Oh no. Did I drop that on the ground? All willy-nilly, not thinking. I didn't even grab it. Let's go here. Let's go you. I meant to upgrade this thing. That's what we're all talking about, right? And it's actually pretty cheap. It just takes some of those carbon plates, I think. Let's go to here, go to use. And I just kind of bulk craft these things because we need them for the advanced alloy ingot thingies. There we go. Accuracy modifier. And yeah, to see how much this pumps up the RF. And see if we're still in our safety zone here. Hopefully we are. There we go. We're at 608. That's not too bad. If I start adding speeds, and from kind of experience, if I was to add 3 speed modifiers right here, that's going to jump the RF. It's going to literally quadruple it. So it's going to make it up to about 2500-ish. And I can't afford that, man. So that'll be an in-time thing. And just kind of watch our power here. These are about 700. We're only producing about 9. So we are at, you know, our upper limit. Because if I start, you know, running power here, it's going to have to start draining for the batteries. But anyway, that is good. It's going to produce stuff. It's going to focus on those materials. We should get about a good amount of bauxite, like I said. And when I get enough bauxite to keep me happy, I can switch over to gold. I think that's the yellow lens. You can just look up the ores, and it'll just tell you, which lens you can kind of focus that on. But anyway, we're going to kind of move to something else here. Let's go ahead and use our machine frames. I was thinking I was going to go ahead and do the speed modifiers. That's why I have a brewing stand and a sink here. Then I was like, no, I just don't have the power band. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and I want to make, there's a quest here. Let's go back this way, I suppose. Go to thermal foregoing. I think I want to make this the magma crucible and the fluid transposer. So let's do that. That's going to make my life a little easier. So magma trans. I know one thing we need. Let's go get some copper right here, because we're going to need some copper gears, right? So let's do that. All that aluminum brass destroyed my copper. Anyway, let's do that, because we'll need about 4 gears. We need some gold as well, because I think we need those transmission coils. So let's do that. Redstone, we need some of that as well. I'm just thinking if we need anything else. We may make, actually, some transfer nodes as well. I'd like to have some flats, actually. What do we need here? Yeah, we could do that. Let's go ahead and grab... Let's do one of each. I want to get the flat transfer nodes, so I got to make the regular transfer nodes. I just have not done it yet. Let's do that, and let's grab some silicon. And the rest was this redstone, right? And we have to do that. These in the rolling machine, right? Okay, let's get this all done. Kind of get it hammered out. Get with the progress here. I have been missing my... oh no, I think that's on the wrong thing right now. Is that gears? Plates? Yes, it is. That's unfortunate. Because now I'm going to need one more copper. The only reason I threw the copper on there too was because of the conveyor belt. Now, I guess because I'm using a hopper, it only puts one item on the conveyor belt, or I should say inside the multi-block at once. And the machine wants to see 4 for a gear recipe, and it just won't work properly. I need some way to move them like all 4 simultaneously to be able to just pipe them in like that. And yeah, definitely a thing. Because if I do it through the hopper, it just literally won't work. Anyway, that'll handle that. And what was the other thing we needed to work on? We'll head over to the rolling machine, get that part of it done. Here, we get the... Oh, it is right there. There we go. Cool. Need like 4 of each, I guess. I'm guessing that lock there, too, is so you can lock recipes. So if you want to do auto-crafting with these, that would be my guess. I don't think I've ever done that. Oh, we need 2 recipes, just 2, right? I think I still have some overclockers left. I'm going to have to do another batch of these pretty soon. Oh, that's not going to work. There we go. Got 8 of those. Awesome. And we just need our gears, and I think we can kind of get this all together. Except for the transmission coils. I haven't done those yet, have I? Anyway, go here. Get them done. Move on, man. I really want this to help us with EFAB. That's the main reason for this right now. I mean, I want it for a lot of things later on. I'll probably have to do another set of them. Once I have another set, I'll be able to do Enderium and stuff like that, right? So that's definitely going to be something we work towards soon, because I would like to get into Ender Chest and stuff. So I think we have everything. So let's go ahead. I guess I make some of these. Hopefully I have everything. I do. May as well make a fluid one as well, so that I handle that. That's a quest. We're going to go ahead and look at the magma crucible. Grab that puppy right there. And hopefully the fluid transposer as well. Sweet. And grab that. This fluid transposer is a little wonky. It's part of the reason I want to get flat transfer nodes, because it doesn't like pulling from some tanks and stuff. It's a little odd. But we'll deal with that. See if it is a problem. Either way, we have them. I can use them for automation as we move forward, even if it does work. Wait, let's do this. Let's grab some of them. We need an anvil, actually. So let's go ahead and make an anvil. I don't have much iron left, but I'm going to have to mine about 1,000 in between episodes. It actually doesn't take that long at all. It's probably about an iron. About an iron? I was thinking about iron. Probably about an hour of my life, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and grab iron plates. Because I did a stack of them. Those are another thing that just keep popping up. There we go. Sweet. And yeah, we're just going to craft these with the transfer nodes now. So I could just do that. And you get 8 of these per. So it actually makes the transfer nodes go really far, but at the same time, they can't be upgraded. That's weird. It's like it duplicated that for a second. Anyway, let's head down here. And you'll see I have a tank here full of steel. And I don't need that much steel in there. At first, when I set this up, I didn't realize that the the machine frames cost so much emeralds. I was just like, I'm going to make all the machine frames. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that, kind of push forward. So I'm going to have to do things a little different. So I'm going to have a way to get steel out of there. And I'd like to have a way to be able to smelt steel and kind of, you know, or materials, say Inderium, and put it into a tank, right? So I'm just going to put a export right here. And that actually is already all set up. I just need it on auto output. No, auto output enabled. There we go. Let's go grab some steel. I just want to make sure it's working. Grab this. Let's go to... It takes a block of steel, right? So let's do steel. Let's do 9 of them, I guess. Make a block. See if we can do it that way. If not, we can craft it back anyway. But that takes a block of steel to make one of those machine frames. So I just want to see if everything's going to work the way I kind of want it to. So when it comes to that time, when we have to craft other things that takes blocks and materials, we can just do that, right? Go. It is going. It's doing its thing. It is the base level machine. I will have to upgrade at some point. I'm just not there yet, man. We did get one as a reward for free. Anyway, let's go ahead and take the fluid transposer. And this thing, like I said, I might have to do twice. So, because it might not automatically pull from the actual tank here. We're gonna see how smart it is. So we're gonna put, it would be input from this side, right? That's the tank. And we'd want auto input enabled, and it's not pulling any steel, so that is a problem. So let's go ahead, because I need a way to be able to clear this tank if I ever get too much liquid into it. I don't want to have to break the tanks to void them off. That is a waste of expensive materials. But I should be able to take these flat transfer nodes. Let's do, I'm going to hold control. Nope, I don't want that. Give me that back. Like that. There we go. And hold shift, I guess. I want to invert it. So it's going to be pulled in the opposite direction. And I should be able to grab the fluid transposer now. Throw that right here, hopefully. There we go. And there we go. This is getting steel. And from here, I can put it in a tank, I can put it in barrels, or I can automatically pipe it into a barrel and kind of void this tank off. These flat transfer nodes are slow, though, so it's something you have to deal with. And that did fill up the tank, so it's working exactly how I want. It's not pretty or nothing. I will end up moving this all around. I just needed to make sure it was actually going to work as intended. It definitely does, man. It's definitely doing what it's supposed to. Oh, cool. Awesome, man. I like it when stuff comes together. So, did we get anything good? We got that right there. 64 cans. I could use that. How expensive are those? Those are actually really cheap. Huh. Are those, I can't remember if those things are actually temporary, though. Do they work, or are they, like, single use? I can use it to kind of drain out the steel, right? Oh, they won't stack, though. Well, I already don't like them. There we go. Yeah, that's annoying they don't stack, though, because you can kind of stand here and do that. But, I mean, it'll work. It'll work for now. I'm curious, though, if they empty out, or if it's going to just kind of ruin it. Let's go to one thing here. I just want to make a drum real quick. Just temporarily. Well, not really temporarily, but see if it works. I'm going to have to start making better drums now that we have the ability. Oh, that's just a plate, right? Oh, I can make these ones now. Oh, I can make portable tanks. Oh, la-di-da. What was that? Portable tank? Portable tanks I'd almost like better. Because, well, they're tanking portably. That's just iron, right? Of course it's more iron. Because I don't have any of that. It wants me to spend all the iron I have in life on these kind of things. I'm going to do several of those, though. Let's do that. Get that done. Sweet. And, yeah, I can just make the portable tanks. Yeah, they're not bad at all, man. I think each one holds 16 buckets. I think the only kind of catch with that is I need to use a crescent wrench, or I lose the fluids, I think. So let's go ahead. I haven't made a crescent yet, have I? Nope. Let's go ahead and make a crescent, which is the tool for thermal. Go grab one of them. Sweet. That's cool, right? Everything's working. I'm not sure. I can't remember if you can pump to the side of these. Could I do something like this? Well, actually, oh no, the input's on the top. Well, that's problematic. I would have to pipe things around a little different. I could definitely do it. I just need to kind of move the machine. Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter for right now. I will move the machine so I can get the power on the bottom or something. Then I can just, yeah, that'll work, right? Then I can just put the tank on the top and then pump the fuels through. Oh, that filled it up anyway. What? When have you started being able to do that? Well, that's fantastic. That just drained the tank. I'll be able to get all that steel out of there. Anyway, that was kind of the whole point. Just being able to move liquids around, because right now it's been a problem. But, that's going to make my life really easy. Apparently, you can just right-click these right on tanks and fill them up. Or, sorry, thermal machines. The fluid transposer. And just do it that way. That just makes my life so simple. And, I don't remember that before. I can put it back in with these. And did that use those? It did too. So that was the other thing I was curious if those, what the heck? Is this thing glitched out? Oh, something happened. Okay, that's weird. It did not like me using these steel cans on here. I'm gonna actually pull those out. But it doesn't even matter. I'm just babbling now. I can have a way of moving fluids around. Don't use these cans on the thermals because it just causes me about 15 seconds of lag. And yeah, we can move around our liquids. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up here. So that is definitely what I think we're gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna end this one here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Later.